now.
Good evening, I'm Rachel Teedy. We begin with breaking news in Saratoga County. Right now, firefighters still on the scene of a fire on Saratoga Avenue in Mechanicville. That fire broke out about an hour ago. No word on injuries at this point, and the cause of the fire remains under investigation tonight. But we do have new details on a hostage situation at a Stewart shop earlier this month. The man who police say was responsible now facing charges. Stephen Morrow accused of kidnapping and weapons charges in connection with the incident at the Stewarts on Vandenberg Avenue in Troy. Troy police say Morrow smashed into the window of the store with his car and held 2 employees hostage with a pair of scissors. Negotiators talked to the suspect for more than an hour before convincing him to free the hostages and turn himself over to police. A Schenectady man now facing charges in connection with swastikas drawn on buildings in the Electric City. 28-year-old Gabriel Mims is accused of 4 counts of aggravated harassment. We first told you about this story earlier this week. Schenectady police found several swastikas drawn on the side of St. Joseph's Church. They then spotted swastikas and other symbols on several other buildings in the city. The fire department was able to remove most of those markings. The man serving time for a deadly crash on the Northway that killed 2 teenagers is up for a parole next month. So far, Dennis Drew has served 9 years of his maximum 15-year sentence. He caused the crash that killed Shen students Chris Stewart and Deanna Rivers and injured 2 other teens. Drew was found to have alcohol and drugs in his system at the time of the crash. The FDA has authorized Pfizer and Moderna's COVID vaccines for young kids. Now, once the CDC signs off, those shots can be given to kids as young as 6 months old. This brings roughly 18 million children under the age of 5 a step closer to being vaccinated. Pfizer's vaccine regimen for little kids is 2 doses 3 weeks apart and then another shot 8 weeks later. Moderna's will be 2 shots 4 weeks apart. Shots could start as early as next week. If you're planning to watch your child play in a sporting event anytime soon, don't be surprised if there's no one there to call balls and strikes or blow the whistle. There happens to be a nationwide shortage of sports officials. Today, Dan Levy spoke with one of the people who's trying to fix this problem. He joins us live with what he's found out. Hi, Dan.
Hello there, Rachel. You know, it continues to be a challenge finding new sports officials. For people wondering why there's a shortage, well, some of those folks need to take a good look in the mirror. This Hoops horror show video captured a youth basketball player attacking a referee in Half Moon 2 weeks ago. To many people, is seen as a microcosm of something that is sweeping the American sports landscape.
At times, it's disheartening to see what we see and to see it on such a regular basis right now, that it is happening not just locally, but across the country.
Stephanie Dutton is commissioner of the United East Conference, based in Latham and overseeing athletic competition at 10 colleges from New York to Maryland. Bad behavior by players, coaches, and fans, she says, is the primary reason why sports officials are hanging up their whistles and quitting the game 4 times faster than they can be replaced.
The National Federation of High School has shared that within the last 3 years, approximately 50,000 officials have left the field.
Dutton also happens to be chair of the Division III Officiating Advisory Group, currently in the midst of a 5-year strategic plan to address the referee shortage.
We are really struggling to recruit young folks, and we're also struggling to recruit a diverse pool of officials to really have a representation of our student athletes.
Dutton says it's hard to predict how long the current situation is sustainable. For now, many games need to be changed to other dates.
In some sports, we also have officials working multiple contests in a day at different venues because we don't have enough officials to cover the games. So we're already at a pretty critical point.
So critical that it's impacting games at all levels of the sport, from youth basketball up to Division I.
But I am optimistic because it seems as though folks are really starting to see that this is an issue.
Dutton believes there needs to be consequences for anyone who displays bad behavior. She thinks there needs to be de-escalation strategies to show folks that sporting events are zero-tolerance zones. And by the way, the player charged in that Half Moon attack, 19-year-old Unique Steele, is due back in court next Wednesday night. Rachel?
All right, Dan, thank you. Well, gun violence is a major issue in the capital region, and communities around the area continue to fight back. Jonathan Hunter is live in Troy, where a gun violence awareness block party just got underway. Jonathan.
Yes, Rachel, good evening to you. I'm here in downtown Troy on Broadway, and today's event was organized by Unity House and the Nighthawks Restaurant, and they just started playing music probably about 10 minutes ago. I'm going to give you a live look at what it takes place over here. As you can see, a couple of people have started to come in for the evening. There are some vendors up as well, and if you actually look back there on the stage, there are some people playing music. And the block party goes until 11 p.m. There will be live music and raffles taking place throughout the evening. Unity House will be putting the money raised today back into their gun violence prevention efforts. A couple bands will be performing. There will be speakers who will be talking about gun violence prevention in between the bands performing. Organizers from Unity House said with June being Gun Violence and Prevention Awareness Month, they wanted to do something to raise awareness about the issue.
In America, every 14 hours, a woman is killed or injured by a gun at the hands of their intimate partner. So it's really important for us. I really feel that violence begets violence, and it's all intertwined.
And this is the third year Unity House has hosted this event, and this is the biggest year so far. And when I was talking to Sarah, who you just saw in the interview, she says they want to have fun tonight. Yes, they are discussing a very serious issue, but the whole goal of the block party is to still have a good time. Reporting live in Troy, I'm Jonathan Hunter, News Channel 13, coverage you can trust. And Rachel, listen to this music, you probably want to get out there and start dancing, right?
It certainly looks beautiful out there, Jonathan. I thank you for that story. And it is nice weather, but that cool weather is on the horizon. So let's head over to Paul Caiano with your first morning forecast. And just how cold is it going to get?
Well, look at it this way. We're typically around 80. That's where we are right now. And it's only going to be around 60 tomorrow.
Wow.
So it's 20 degrees below normal. Doesn't sound cool, but when you put it in perspective for this time of year, boy, is it going to be chilly. 62 is what we're going for a high tomorrow. A nice rebound Sunday for Father's Day, Juneteenth, outdoors. Nice. Lots of sun, 70, but still 10 degrees below normal. We finally get back toward normal early next week. A lot of blue sky out there, some puffy fair weather cumulus clouds on the CDPHP first warning camp downtown Albany. Right now 81 degrees. It's also 81 at the airport. A lot of places though already cooling off back down through the 70s, even 69 degrees at Piseco. You can see that it's dry after some early morning thunder in the Berkshires passed by. We are now clearing things out behind that system, front tracking way off the coast. Look at this swirl in the atmosphere, an unseasonably strong cold pool of air to our north, getting ready to dive in. It's just sizzling, though, from Atlanta past Memphis. Look at Denver, 97, but our air is coming from up here. Look at that pool of cool air over James Bay, Val d'Or, only 50, and that will settle over top of us for the upcoming weekend, and that's why we're expecting the unseasonably cool weather. In and out sunshine tomorrow, only in the lower 60s for daytime highs, but not only that, a northwest breeze gusting over 20, even 30 miles an hour tomorrow. Whatever you're doing outside, bring the springtime coat that you would wear perhaps in April. There's going to be a certain chill in the air during the course of the day. You can see that we'll deal with some cloud cover from time to time as well. And if you had to pick a day, Sunday or Saturday, weather-wise, Sunday looks to be the better day as we bump it up about 8 or 10 degrees. And also, we'll see more in the way of sunshine. 54 tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, much cooler than it's been, only 62 for a high. Normally in June, if we get highs this low, it's because it's raining out. Not tomorrow. We're going to have sun and 60, which is kind of out of the ordinary here. Sunday, 70, 76 Monday, some showers and storms midweek next week, back to a more summer-like feel in the 80s.
At the beginning of your forecast, you said 60 doesn't sound cool, and I was like, it does.
It does. Well, it's all relative, right? If it was January, it'd sound pretty nice.
That would be lovely, but alas, we are here to complain.
Yes.
So thank you, Paul. We'll have more news at 9 o'clock on My 4 and the very latest at 11 on News Channel 13. You can always find us online at WNYT.com. Have a great night.